Hello everyone, welcome to a session on generating the code using ChatGPT. Today we are going to generate a prototype into fully functioning front-end application. So this is my prototype. So it is basically creating an employee. So you have three sections here: employee details, employment details, and family member details. Employee details have basic information like his name, date of birth, gender, etc. Similarly, employment details also have his employment details like date of joining, department, etc. And the third section is a grid. So here I can add multiple line item. So I have an add button. When I click on this add button, it will add multiple line item. Okay. So this is the grid. So now we are going to convert this prototype into a application. So for this, I have to take a screenshot. I'm just taking a screenshot of this wireframe. So now it is a wireframe. I'll just copy this. I will open ChatGPT. Okay, it is opened. So I'll paste it and I will ask it to analyze. So now it will analyze this wireframe. So it knows it is a wireframe. So it is an employee create form and it has multiple sections, employee details, and it is displaying all the fields and input type and all the three sections it is displaying. And here it knows that it is a grid. And we have two buttons here. One is a submit button, another one is a back button. Okay, now I am going to give some instructions to this form. So the first instruction is each section is a separate tab. Okay, so I want each section to be a separate tab. I have three sections. Every section should be a tab. Pre-populate all the default values for the drop down. Okay, so I have multiple drop downs here: gender, blood group. I want to pre-populate with the default value, like it should be male, gender should be male, female, blood group can be O positive, A positive. That drop down should be appearing here. Now then the third point is submit button should call an API and it should submit the data to the server. Fourth point is all fields are mandatory. Then the basic validation for all the email, phone number, etc. It has to be responsive. And I'm going to feed in a sample page so that it can just reuse the bootstrap and CSS classes from there. Basically, I want the same look and feel across the application. So I'm just giving a sample page so that it can just read that basic information from that page and it can reuse it in my generated code. Then I have I want to develop the front end using Next.js and React. There will be a backend API running. So that API name will be add employee. It will be hosted in localhost and port number 5000. Generate the code only upon my confirmation. Okay, so these are the basic information I'm giving. Okay. Now I have to give a sample page. So this is my project setup. So I have my basic project setup and I have a sample page here. I'll copy paste this one. I'll give sample page. So this is a sample Next.js page for reference. Okay. So now I am asking ChatGPT to generate the JS JavaScript file. So it is generating a JS. So it is creating a file called as create employee. This file, let me create this file in my project. So this is my basic setup. I have a basic login page here. I have a dashboard. So in the dashboard, I want to add one more line item called as create employee. So when I click on the create employee, it will redirect to my employee page. So what I will do, I will just add create employee page here. So it is already added here. Okay, so from the dashboard, when I click on this link, it will be redirected to this create employee page. Now I'll go here, I'll come here, I will copy this code. It is still typing. Yeah, still typing. So it will take a couple of minutes to print the code. So if you see this code, it is very neat code. Only thing is it is not in components. In production, you want to break it into components. Okay, so if you give an instruction, it will just break it into components. So now to save some time, I'm not doing that. Okay, so now it has been generated. I'll copy this file. Okay, I will open the file which was created earlier. I'll paste it here. Okay, now I will run this page. I'll run this application. Okay, So when you submit, it is calling an API. Let me check what API it is calling. So it is calling an employees API. Okay. So what I will do, I will just set up a mock API in the backend so that the data which is submitted by the form will be captured by the backend server. So I will just copy this. I will paste it here. So basically this is a JSON server, and I will start the JSON server. Okay, so the JSON server is pointing to this data, db2.json. So I will just start the JSON server. So JSON server has been started, and the endpoints are this is one endpoint. So whatever data which you submitted from the UI application will come in, will hit this URL, and the data will come and sit here. So this is the functionality. So now let me open this application. So localhost. Yeah, application has been opened. I'll just log in. So if you see here, this is the link. Okay, so you have a employee management screen here. When I click here, it will open the application. So it is just reusing the same CSS and bootstrap. Fine. So it has created a very neat application. Let me try to submit. So it is asking, it is saying this fields are mandatory. So I'm just entering all the fields here. I'm just entering these details. Getting some dummy data. I'm adding this family member details. Okay, I'm just submitting it. It is throwing some error. So let me check what error it has thrown. Okay, so basically this file is not saved. So this was the old URL. I removed API and I'm just saving it. And let me try to resubmit the data. So now the data has been submitted. Okay, data has been submitted to the server. So if you see here, the data has been submitted. So you have the payload here, the complete data has been submitted. All three sections are available. So you can see the JSON here. Let me check the data in the server. So data is here. See, data has come here. Okay, so this is how you can develop a end-to-end application using ChatGPT. So we have just transformed a wireframe into a front-end application. Similarly, you can make a back-end application. Okay, you just have to go there and ask ChatGPT to develop a back-end application. Okay, I'll just give some instruction here. What is the JSON spec? So it is giving a JSON spec. Okay, create a Spring Boot, a complete Spring Boot application for this JSON to store, to insert employee data into DB. So when I enter it, it is generating the complete code. So it is giving a text tag first. Okay, and it is giving a project structure. Okay, so it looks good. So it has everything. It has a controller. Okay, where this is the entry point, it will go to the service, it will go to the repository, and the data will be stored. Okay, and it has a DTO class, and the DTO class will be transformed into an entity objects. So it has two entity objects. So this looks good. Okay, and the code is also generated. So this is how you can generate the entire code. If you just copy paste this to IDE and run it, your backend will be ready. So this looks pretty good code to me. So all the classes are there, and the functionality also available. Okay, so if you want to make any change, you can give a prompt here, so it will make those changes. Okay, thank you.